Colleen Cordts Rice, and I'm a constitutional conservative. I've got 4 children. I've been married to my husband Larry since 1996, when we both graduated from law school in 95 and took the bar. Came here to Montgomery County to start our family and law practice with his dad. So throughout our law practice, mostly civil work, I've done a variety of things, a lot of family law, a lot of probate work, some civil transactional things, some civil litigation. And somehow I found my way into, about 2.5 years ago, going to work for Judge Laird in County Court 2, where I am that court investigator. It's a job I have loved, and it's been an honor to serve. But I'm feeling like I have a lot to offer for this position as Chief Justice, because as our wards have issues in all sorts of areas of the law, I'm really familiar with different types of the law, and I also have a lot of the administrative duties and skills necessary to lead as the Chief Justice. So I'd like your consideration to vote for me for Chief Justice next week or the week after, and I appreciate it. Thanks.
On the experience you have had, what made you decide to run for this position? And in 3 or less sentences, what put you ahead of the others as a candidate in this race?
All right, I'm gonna start with the end of the question. 3 or less sentences of why I'm ahead of everyone else in this race. Probably my personal characteristics and demeanor and ability to put my work first. I'm the hardest person on myself about my work. So I've always enjoyed writing. Legal writing has come naturally to me. As a kid, I was a good writer. But also research is something that I enjoy. And that's what this job is going to entail. So I've got a good combination of those administrative skills, personal characteristics to lead, and then also to dig in and to do the work as the Chief Justice to rule and make decisions, where it's really important that these trial court issues are resolved. What makes me most qualified is just kind of an overall well-roundedness, where I have the legal skills, the writing skills, and the leadership skills to serve as the Chief Justice. I've always enjoyed researching issues. It's something that just comes naturally to me. I like to dig down and know that when I'm putting myself to work, that I make sure that I'm doing the right thing, and I really enjoy serving people. So in my job now, well, I help to keep tabs on the 600 people in our county that are incapacitated. But their lives don't stop. Every one of them is touching and being touched by others in their community and having issues. So there's always something innovative coming up that needs to be discovered about them. And at the court, there's also all of this civil litigation that's going on that I often have to advise Judge Laird if she's tied up on the law.
Thank you.
And it's that as in my position as the court investigator at County Court 2, or anybody that's the court investigator for a probate court in the state of Texas, is told by the legislature under the Texas Estates Code that if an investigation is brought to the court to look into somebody's capacity level and whether or not they may need a guardian, that the court investigator shall, it's a mandate, shall file an application for guardianship. So I've done so. And I think we may have smoothed some things over, and this may not happen, but it really is a constitutional issue that is arising. And then the next step is that without medical evidence, the court can't hear the case. They have to have medical evidence to show that somebody is incapacitated and can't make their decisions, so that the judge can move forward to make the guardianship happen. But I had moved for the court to order someone to have a medical evaluation. And a very, very wise local attorney has brought up the fact that it may not be constitutional for me, working under a judge in the same court, to have the judge order this sort of invasive investigation by a physician into their capacity level. And it may not even be constitutional for me as a member of that court to force a guardianship on that person, which makes us look into invasion of privacy and due process issues. So it may be that eventually that may arise into an appeal from a judgment. We are skirting the issue right now, but it is something that's very, very interesting, because we're talking about the little old lady down the street who has absolutely no one there may not be a way to help her. So the first contribution that I got was completely out of the blue from a client of my husband's in our firm. You know, I don't work there anymore. I actually had never met the gentleman, and he donated $5,000 to my campaign within hours of me announcing that I was running. That reflects probably much more on my husband's abilities than mine, but he believed in me. And then the next would be my mom and dad, which means a lot, who donated $5,000 also. The sad thing is my dad doesn't really understand why, because he has horrible dementia, so every time it's, what are you doing, or who's that lady in that sign, or why am I wearing this t-shirt? But we're trying to see the silver lining. He gets very excited and thrilled and extremely proud each time he realizes what's happening. And then my sister also had donated $2,000. But the most meaningful donations have been all the small ones from people that I've known from different parts of my life. I got, I think, a $50 donation from a woman who's a sewing friend of mine, and we have been online friends in a sewing forum where we discuss heirloom sewing and embroidery, which is one of my hobbies. And she's in California. I didn't even know that she realized I was running. That meant a lot. And a high school friend sent $500 out of the blue. I really haven't asked for money. I really haven't beat the bushes for money like I probably should have, but it's just not in my personality to do so. So the rest I've made up for myself. So, but I really appreciate all those little donations. It means a lot.